So is Donald Trump a racist?
Yes.
Why?
Because he's putting out immigrants and stuff that deserve to be here, that have children and families here. Our country is based off immigrants. England built this place before we were here.
Okay.
We're here first too.
Right. I mean, do you mean illegal immigrants or legal immigrants? Because I think he has a problem with illegal immigration on the southern border. You say he's deporting legal immigrants?
I know that because there's people here that have families. Once you have a family here, you're considered a legal immigrant. And he does not consider anybody a legal immigrant unless you are white. He is racist.
Okay, so I mean, those immigration laws were made long before he was president. So is it racist to enforce the law?
It is racist to enforce anything, and it wasn't actually a law. Our country was based off immigrants, so what is that law? It didn't say that we can't have people in this country that want to be here.
Right. I think the issue is people are coming here legally, but there is a problem people coming here illegally. You know, okay. So is Donald Trump a racist? What do you think?
In a way he is, but in a way he's also not. I think he's just open-minded. I mean, open-worded and doesn't care about what he says. But I don't think he's entirely a racist.
Right. I think he says things to kind of on the edge, and a lot of people grab onto it, and it's easily twist his words to make him look a certain way. You know what I'm saying? Like the media, a lot.
Yeah, I think that's exactly, you explained it right. I think they just twist the words around a little bit, and then they perceive him as a racist. But maybe some stuff he does say is a little racist, but I don't think he's entirely a racist.
Right. I mean, the man grew up in New York City, the most diverse city in the world. So a lot of the people think the laws he's trying to enforce that were there well before he was, they're calling it racist now just because he wants to enforce those laws, like the immigration laws, things like that. I mean, he passed a criminal justice reform bill. A lot of African Americans that were serving long sentences have been released and are continuing to be released. You know, and the media doesn't really bring that up a lot.
Yeah, I don't, like, whatever the race is, if they're illegal, I feel like they shouldn't be in the country, but I feel like there definitely should be a diversity in America. But like I said, there could be a black illegal. If they're illegal and they're not paying taxes or anything, I think they should definitely be banned.
So is Donald Trump a racist? What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, how is he a racist?
Well, let's start with recent events, but I can go back a long way. With recent events, he mentioned the four lovely members of the squad and that they need to go back home. Amazingly enough, 3 of them, by the way, are born in the United States. The 4th is a naturalized U.S. citizen, more a naturalized U.S. citizen than his wife, I might add. But and very plainly, he spoke to those 4 only because they were strong and aggressive women of color. This is not an unusual trait for Mr. Trump. Okay, go ahead, please. Yeah.
Right, so do you think just because they're women and they're women of color, they're immune from being criticized at all?
Oh, no, not at all. I'm not saying that in any form or fashion. Criticize their views. I'm good with that, okay? Telling any American to go back to the country they come from is anti-American. It's just literally wrong. And the problem being in this case, it shows some very clear racial overtones with the way that it was handled.
Yeah, I mean, we're a country of laws. We want immigrants to come here. We just want to know who they are, what their intentions are, if they want to hurt us. A lot of times, they know when they come here, they're going to get all this free stuff, free healthcare, free food stamps, all this. You know, so it's mostly, well, it is a matter of the law, not about race.
I think it's definitely about law, but I think people perceive it to be about race just because it's about Trump. Just because it's about Trump, I think they perceive it to be about race, just because he wants to kick all the illegals out.
Yeah, I think they've been searching so much, and they have found kind of nothing to use against him. So this is the easiest thing they can just throw at him. He's a racist, he's a bigot, he's a sexist, all this stuff. It's just easy for the media to accuse someone of this, you know? It's like what he's doing with the 4 congresswomen. You know, he criticizes them. I admit he said something kind of over the top, but it's very quick to you can't talk bad about them all just because they're women and they're women of color. You know, it's like if you can't stand the heat, get out the kitchen. You know what you sign up for. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think like you said, some of the stuff he does say is like way overboard. Well, I think he just can't say some of the stuff that we can say just because he's like a public figure. So I feel like maybe he should have a little filter on, but that's what I like about him. He doesn't have a filter, but yeah, some stuff he does say is a little too much for everybody.
Yeah, I kind of think he does it on purpose because the media latches onto it and they talk about him and no one else. I haven't heard about the Democratic candidates for a whole week now, ever since that tweet. You know what I'm saying?
I don't even know about the Democratic candidates just because he's always in the headlines talking about tweets and stuff and Lil Kimmy and stuff like that.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. Anything else you want to add? Do you have any social media you want to shout out? Or
Magic Neek is Magic Nique
on Instagram, YouTube?
Instagram, and then my Instagram is also, my YouTube is also the same. So Magic Nique.
All right, cool, man. Thanks. Any other examples of his racism?
I just think that he is a dumb white man.
Okay, so why does his race matter then? If we're against racism, why'd you call him a white man?
Because that's what he is. He acts like an ignorant white man.
Okay, so what if I said you're an ignorant Mexican? Would that be racist?
No. Because it's like, I'm an ignorant white woman. I'll be the first to tell you. I am not racist, but you know what? At the same time, we are who we are. We are our color.
Right.
We are not the color. We are people.
Right, I get it. Regarding the four congresswomen, I mean, some people say if you read the whole tweet and read it in context, I mean, these women have been harassing him and bullying him for about a year now, and he decided to, he basically said, if you don't like it here, go back, fix your problems, then come here and tell me how to do it. I think that was his point. What do you think?
No, I think we're way away from his point on that, to be honest with you. I think it's a nice piece of spin.
Any other examples of him being a racist?
Against women?
Give me some examples.
Well, I can't say that example. He's saying grab them in the area and nobody cares. Well, he's being sued for admitting it. He is racist against women, working, and everything. He thinks women and people that aren't from this country are beneath him.
Right. So, I mean, when you say racist against women, do you mean sexist against women? Right. I mean, how is it sexist and racist? Because he was with another man. You know, that's how guys talk sometimes when they're alone. It's not like he went on stage and yelled it out.
He did. He was on one of the podiums, said it when he won the election.
Right. Okay. Right. What do you think about the criminal justice reform that was passed last year, where African Americans with high jail sentences are getting released early, all across the USA?
Two things, actually. One, way too late. Number two, it was like any other thing, a political move, obviously, because it's an area in which he needs some votes as the African American community, okay? That's great. I don't mind a politician being a politician. We all know I hate Mr. Trump. If you're a politician, you're a politician. If you're trying to buy votes in the African American community, get young African Americans out of jail is a pretty damn good way to do it, to tell you the truth.
Anything else you want to add?
Nope. I just think that God is coming soon. So, and I know that for a fact. I mean, I have black in my family. I mean, I have white people in my family. I have Mexican people in my family. I got everybody. Family is family, even if it's people off the street. We all are one. One love, Bob Marley once said. God said.
Hey, heck with your swastikas. Beat them already.
Well, I agree with the swastika thing for sure. So, aside from your own personal opinion, do you think he's going to be reelected in 2020? Whether you like it or not, do you think he is? Or
I think there's a sad chance.